When we think of amazing composers for movies and TV shows, most of you people don't think at all because people honestly overlook the score of TV shows. But it's something that I'm actually really fascinated by, the musical score and how it enhances a show and all that stuff. But when you think of a score for a show, you think of the big names. Think of Hans Zimmer, Ludwig Göransson, John Williams, all those big names. But I feel like Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein are completely underrated. They have made some of the greatest pieces, synthwave pieces of all time, and I think they don't get enough credit as composers. So I'm here to tell you today of my top 5 score songs. So I'm gonna be listening to all these songs. I'm gonna have them playing in the background of the video, but I'm gonna be listening to all these songs with you. So at number 5 for my top 5 Stranger Things songs, we've got Walkin and Hawkins. Oh man, listen to this right now. Something about this song just screams season 2 Stranger Things. You know, a song is really good when you hear it and it takes you right to whatever scene it is. Like you hear Darth Vader's theme, it takes you right to being on that Star Destroyer or on the Death Star. You hear the Batman theme, it takes you right to his dark brooding Batcave, And this is bringing me right back to Dustin and Lucas, making up. They've been sort of passively aggressively arguing with each other. The whole party's been in limbo at this time in season 2. And Dustin and Lucas, they decide, we're gonna break bread. We're gonna make this right. We're not gonna let this girl, even as amazing as she was, as nice as she was, we're not gonna let her ruin our friendship. Whether she's in this party or not, we're still gonna be brothers. I love that scene. I love this song. Walkin and Hawkins from season 2, number 5 of my favorite Stranger Things score songs of all time. At number 4, we've got Stranger Things, the Stranger Things theme song, but the extended version. I love the extended version of this so much. Something about that slow build up to the theme that we all know so well. It starts with the nice little bass, kicking in, and you're like, I recognize this tune. Hold on, wait. Even though they've never actually played the extended theme in the show, it's something so nostalgic. It's something that you can just think about. You hear this, you think about the first time that you ever watched Stranger Things, the first time you ever really talked to your friends about this show. I love the extended theme. The extended theme, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with the original theme either, but something about this slow build up to the melody that we know so well, and then at the end the slow decrescendo almost. And it still sounds so recognizable, but something about it almost feels new, but it's still so recognizable that it is the Stranger Things theme. So that element of almost, I want to call it false nostalgia, because I feel it more than once with, songs like these on the Stranger Things score, which is why I think Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein are so brilliant. They create this false nostalgia almost, where it's like you feel like you've heard the song before, but you haven't. Something about it is just so perfect. The way they encapsulate it is beautiful. So, 4th favorite song on the Stranger Things score, Stranger Things Extended. And number 3 for my favorite song on the Stranger Things score, we're gonna have to go with There Are Some Things Worse Than Ghosts. This was from season 4, and this is a song that brings me right back to oh man, does this bring me back to a scene. When season 4 came out, I was in Virginia, and I thought, my fear was that I wasn't gonna remember anything that happened, because I was watching season 4 in small chunks, in the car, from rides to the hotel, to the water park, to the amusement park, all that stuff. I went to Busch Gardens, by the way, super fun trip. I remember hearing this playing, watching Fred get absolutely decimated by Vecna. And I was like, that dude Vecna has a badass theme. There are some things worse than ghosts. Oh, that's just a line that resonates with me. I love what they did with the season 4 score, how most of the songs are named after lines from the show. Like if you're looking at some of the names of these songs, these are all lines from the show that when you hear the song, you're like, oh, that's when blank said blank. Like, what's the internet? I wouldn't remember me either. Journalistic instinct, 100% convinced. Unambiguous true love. My boobs hurt. There are some things worse than ghosts. We are not heroes. Hail Lord Vecna. These are all moments that you hear and you remember them. Just like the Stranger Things theme, it's got that slow build up to that big crescendo of that. Oh my God, Vecna's a bad dude. The melody of it is just so it's terrifying, and that's what I love about the whole Stranger Things score. It's terrifying, and especially in season 4, it's terrifying, and it links right into how terrifying the show was this season. So There Are Some Things Worse Than Ghosts, Season 4, number 3. At number 2, we've got a song that I had to go back and Shazam, because when I heard this song, I was in love. We've got Soldiers from Season 2. Season 2 probably had the best score. I'm going to say that right now. Season 2 probably had the best score of all the seasons. If you ever want to, feel like getting ready for a game or something, put on Soldiers. You will feel like you're going to war. This is another song, transports you right back to a scene. Like, Will is in the doctor, and they're like, I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, he doesn't want me to see there. And then it pans over to Max and Steve and Lucas and Dustin preparing the bus for battle. It's just so cool. Go back and watch that scene. I listen to the song when I'm getting ready for baseball. It's such a hype song. If you're looking for a hype song and you're not trying to be like everyone else who's just listening to rap, it's Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein can put some hype in your thing. I tell you that right now. Before we get to number 1, I want to mention a few honorable mentions. First of all, The Return, also from Season 2, is a great song. Eulogy, great song. Scoops Troops is another good one, another very iconic one you hear and you think back to a scene. Scoops Troop is really good for that. Finally, one more song that I hear and I immediately think back to a scene is The First Lie. When I first heard this song, I didn't really think about it that much, but when I rewatched the show, and I was like, oh, The First Lie. I know that song. And I use that song in one of my videos, actually. I use a remix of that song in one of my videos. And now, finally, the best song in Stranger Things. It can be scientifically broken down by a musical expert, and a musical expert can literally tell you that this is the greatest song of all time. Kids by Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein. Something about this song, like I mentioned with that false nostalgia earlier, something about this song. You can never watch Stranger Things before, and you play this song, and it just brings you back. But you don't know where it brings you back to. It just brings you back somewhere. This song is just truly magical. It starts off with a beautiful synthwave melody, and it's so recognizable. It's been used in so many other songs like Teens, Kids 2. There's a bunch of songs using this melody in the Stranger Things score, and it's such a like, this song could genuinely bring tears to someone's eyes. You could put the song over like any video that's like a vibe, and it fits in perfectly. And skipping forward a little bit into the song, after the I don't know if it's really the chorus of the song. It's not really a chorus, but it's like this basically step synth. I don't even know what to call it, but it's just so beautiful. I love this song. I really do love this song. I will say right now, it's my favorite song of all time. I never would have thought that Kids by Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein would be my favorite song of all time, but this is it. I definitely recommend you just sit down and listen to this song one day, and it'll change your life. It'll really change your life. It's technically on the Season 1 score, but it brings me right back to the beginning of Season 2 when they're all preparing to go to school for Halloween, I think. This song is just so beautiful. That's it for this episode, but hopefully I changed your mind about Kyle Dixon and Michael Stein. Hopefully they're not as underrated to you anymore. And be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.